Market update here on the 8th. So we went up and down today. We ended up positive. The VIX was also positive. Dollar was down. The most likely scenario from here, in my opinion, it kind of changed a little bit based on this move right here. This move right here, I would wanted to see a impulsive move, 5-wave move. This does not look like a 5-wave move to me. It looks like A, B, C, B, C, B or X, and then ABC again. Doesn't look like a 5-wave move to me. And so for that reason, I have that labeled as A. This also looks corrective. I have it labeled as B. So if we zoom out here on the higher time frames, for that reason, one of the most likely, or what I see as most likely right now, is potentially a triangle, actually. You can see here, this hit perfectly on this line right here, for this parallel line, and then we have down here so we have down here, it kind of looks like a symmetrical triangle. In this case, this would still be the A wave. This would be ABCA, ABCB, and then currently we're sitting at corrective wave, so AB. And so I think that the most likely scenario is we come down here to 373.36, which would also be about Thursday-ish, maybe Friday morning, and hit this parallel line right here. That'd be C. And then we would get a ABC move higher for a D wave, ABC move lower for an E wave, and that would complete the overall B wave. And then we would get 5-wave move up to this long term. So we have the long term right here at 408. It's hit it perfectly every time. This is a little bit off. There we go. So it hit it pretty much perfectly on first couple of moves. If we do hit that, let's say in late November, I would say, the target would be like 409. So that works out perfectly. This scenario works out perfectly. And this would not be a bearish scenario though. So based on this, I would say, based on the chart, it would say Republicans are going to win the House and the Senate. Based on that reaction, if this were to play out, we should go over a bearish scenario too. Bearish scenario, this is a little bit harder because I would have wanted to see the impulsive move here. So a bearish scenario would be probably, I would say this B wave might go higher then. It would look like ABC here. Potentially, whoops, something like that. That, and then maybe, whoops, wrong one. And still hit our target of like 363, 365. That's about as bearish as I can see it right now, because the triangle isn't a very bearish scenario. It's only bearish over the next couple of days down to 372. So until we get an impulsive move down and the structure is impulsive, it's hard to be bearish right now. Of course, that could change with CPI and with midterms. I'm hedged both ways right now. Today I was actually kind of worried that I had too much short exposure, and so I sold some puts on SPY, but I sold them for like mid-January at like 350. I only got like $700 for each one, but I wanted something way far out because I don't feel comfortable enough selling puts for January at 380, just in case we sell off to like 320. I don't want to be that far underwater. 350 was pretty much a good spot where if it does go up, I'll still make a decent amount of money, and I don't have to worry about it being way down if we go down to like 360 or something. So that's kind of my reasoning on that. I actually bought some calls at the end of the day too for the 25th, like far out to 395, just in case I'm wrong, because I have a lot of short exposure. I had to like balance that out a little bit. But again, I'm looking for that triangle to play out. And then another thing that kind of verifies the move to 405 to 410 is the dollar. If we zoom in here, the first wave is just about finished. It looks like right here is third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave. I would look for a pullback, which would support the move to 372, up here to like 111.50, maybe tomorrow or the next couple days. And then we get a third wave down here to like 107, bounce, fifth wave down here. Targets are 106.86 to 106.44. So the dollar is supporting the move higher to 405 to 410. And it supports basically this scenario. I don't think it supports it going down to 360 right now. The VIX is starting to bounce. I don't know, I didn't mention it yesterday in the video, but the daily time frame, not that the VIX RSI really means that much, but the daily time frame was the most oversold in the last 13 years. So take that for what you want, but I thought it was kind of interesting. So VIX oversold. We'll see what happens with the elections, with CPI. This could go either way. Again, ABC, ABC. Could get a 5-wave move up here. If that's the case, we're looking for a big move into the end of the year. Probably hit 40-ish, maybe 50-ish. Or I think we're due for a bounce short term. So maybe just a bounce up here to like, not that high. Maybe 27, 28. And then again, maybe a 5-wave move or an ABC move lower. So VIX kind of hard to predict, but we'll see what happens with that. Let's look at the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, again, can't really tell. Could end up being like this, or is it going to end up being like this? Spike up here. The dollar, already went over that. Last thing to go over is Apple. Apple appears, well, the thing about Apple right here is if we're going to go higher on SPY, we're going to need Apple to come back up here to at least like 150, 152. And we finished this 5-wave move right here. And 152 is definitely in the realm of possibilities because it's only the that's about the 0.78 fib. So maybe a big second wave on Apple, and then we get a third wave down, which would take us to third wave would take us all the way down to 121. Again, my target is 110 on Apple. So it looks pretty bearish setup, or bullish setup actually, currently based on the move today. We'll see. But the triangle looks pretty good to me. We hit support perfectly on this parallel line, and I think that 373 down here, maybe on Thursday sometime, get there. But I mean, the only thing that doesn't make sense is I feel like we're going to have a pretty strong reaction tomorrow on the election. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow during the day if we get a big move. If not, after the market. But that's it for now. Please like and subscribe. And leave me a comment. Did you trade today? Did you make any money? What do you think is going to happen over the next couple of weeks into the end of the year? All right. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.